just started the stream. Let's make sure it actually comes up.
Oh damn! My 1 year, my third year is coming up on Twitch, or second year is coming up here.
3-year anniversary.
2-year anniversary is coming up on Twitch here. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yo, 2-year anniversary. Congrats. What day is it?
Let me check. Hold on. I'm about to just chat in somebody's chat real quick and then figure that out. Oh, and then I got my new emotes done too. In there now. Oh, so happy. I just implemented them like yesterday. I'm happy about them. Let's see. Oh wait, no wait. I gotta go to my own chat. Boop.
All right. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's the
we're live?
Yeah, we live. We just went live.
Oh shit!
You good? You good?
Oh, January 14th, 2 days after.
January
2 days
14th?
after. Yeah, that's when I first started.
My guy.
Let me pull it up on YouTube.
All right.
What is that white film?
What white film? On my wall?
On OBS.
I don't know. Bro.
If you go to YouTube and look at it right now, you see that white film?
I don't know what that is. To be honest with you, I have no idea. I was looking at that too. I was like, the fuck is this? I don't know. I don't know why it's like that.
That's weird.
it didn't look like this earlier, so I have no idea. OBS be tripping, bro.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be just random.
My shit be fucked. Hey, it's Savvy. What up?
Hey, what up, Savvy? You got your Wingstop
hat
order?
on.
Good, guys.
You got your Wingstop order straight?
Yes, sir. Finally.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hey.
Took like an hour.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm just driving back home now.
You got the lemon
Not
pepper?
the hat.
Oh, no, I got the Louisiana rub and Cajun.
We'll do the Ruby hat.
Okay, all right. Well, where you from?
Washington
Oh.
State.
From Washington State, and you getting occasion?
Yeah, well, my mom's from the Caribbeans.
Oh,
So-
okay. That,
I'm used to a lot of stuff.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
What up, Lothar? How's it going, bro?
What's going on, Lothar? Yeah, we just went live. We just you know, shooting the shit right now. Nothing major.
Let me go hit that like.
Nothing major.
Okay, that's. Oh. So we're just talking about the latest chapter this week.
We're talking about the past 2 chapters
the
this
past
week,
2
since we didn't do it last week.
Yeah.
There wasn't really too much to last week's chapter.
Yeah.
We were just like, we'll just wait it until Friday, so we could talk about it.
Right.
Okay, bet. Perfect.
So we're gonna be talking about 86 and 87 today, y'all.
Yep. 86 and 87. So,
I gotta go pull it up.
try to remember what happened in 86.
Welcome, Dobby. Literally, all that happened was just, hey, yo, what's up?
Right. Ain't much happened in 86. It was just, we got to see Best Girl. That was about it. But
Yeah, not much exposition, to be honest, but all right. Anyways, we gotta get through. You gotta keep going with the intro. Go.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the I was about to say the Otaku Fix podcast. Goddamn. Oh man. Whoa.
It's been a long day for all of us.
Long day.
You've been streaming all day,
I've been
cuz.
streaming all day, bro. Oh man. Let's start this over.
You want me to do it? I got you, bro.
Yeah, go ahead and do it, Sarah. It's been a long day, bro.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Sarah here. We are back with At the Beginning After the End podcast. We got the homie, the Otaku Fix over there, and then we got the other homie, Savvy, over there. And it's your boy from Project Webtoon, Seraph. We are on the Otaku Fix's channel today.
All right.
You want to give yourself a quick shout out, Savvy? I forgot you.
No, I'm driving right now. I'm good. I'll drop the end.
You gotta focus. All
Okay,
right.
yeah. Focus on driving, bro.
Alright. So what's up, everybody? We're back with the Beginning After the End podcast. We didn't do one last week because it wasn't really much in chapter 86, but we got a little bit more in chapter 87. So we was like, we're just gonna combine the two and go from there. So let's first start off with the very first chapter of season 4, chapter 86. What was your guys' thoughts on chapter 86, the return of the Beginning After the End, especially after everything that happened in between the hiatus, the little break that Turtle Me and the gang had, with the heart attack that he suffered and the uncertainty on whether, the series will continue, whether it's the light novel or the webtoon for that matter. And what was y'all thoughts on everything that happened in between the hiatus? First off, Savvy, you can go first.
Thoughts about the hiatus or when it actually started season 4?
We're gonna touch on the hiatus first and everything that happened during the hiatus, and then right after that we're gonna touch on the very first chapter of the series and the very first chapter of season 4 and our thoughts on it. So let's start with the hiatus first.
All right, well, first of all, I thought it was pretty short. Actually finding out that was going to happen in January 1st, I was pretty stoked. I was really excited, actually, because I was expecting it to at least last, maybe 6 months until season 4 drops. And then I think after like a week that happened, I found out that Turtle Me suffered a heart attack. And that took me off guard because, none of us expected that.
Right.
And I was just mainly concerned about his well-being before he actually starts season 4. So when that happened, I didn't mind waiting a few more months, but it started back on January 1st. So I just hope everything's okay with him, his family, and he's in the right state of mind to continue the series that he loves. So nothing worse will happen, since with heart attacks, after you get your first one, you're more perceptive to other ones in the future. So that just concerned me, but it seems like he's good now, and
hopefully he
back.
Stays good.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts?
Yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah, like I was so savvy. It just caught me off guard when I read that little message from his wife saying that he had a heart attack, and I was just like really sad, and I was really hoping that he was gonna be able to pull through no problem and like continue what he loves doing. Like he from what I've seen, I feel like he enjoys writing the beginning after the end. He enjoys it for us. For us to read it, you know what I mean? So like I was kind of sad seeing like we enjoyed so much, and then like him getting a heart attack. I was just devastated to see him not being able to continue what he wants to do,
Yeah.
But then he was able to pull through, and it just shows how strong-willed of a man he is, and I appreciate, I respect him, for that, like that's like that whole thing just really caught me off guard.
Yeah, it was definitely something that came out of left field. The first part that came out of left field was how short the break was, because normally it's like a 3 or 4 month break.
Yeah, from season 2 to season 3, that shit was like 4 or 5 months, and then like he was like, "Oh, we'll be back in a week." I'm like, "Huh?"
Right, and I think the first
you gotta chill.
The first season was 2 to 3 months. It was one of those, but yeah, it was definitely a shocker to realize that they're coming right back and not taking a very long break this time, which I was happy for. And then, of course, the unfortunate news of, his health declining and everything. I was like, oh, bro. Because, like, it was like back-to-back. First, it was SIU. He was getting straight. And then it was like, okay, Tower of God's returning. And then, bam, hiatus for another 6 months. We was like, oh, bro. And then Turtle Me, I was like, goddamn 2020, bro. It won't let people live. It won't let people be great. But
it won't let up.
Right, it just wouldn't let up. But good news is he pulled through. He's doing well so far. He's back at home. He was discharged on January 1st, the day season 4 started. So that's always great news right there. And of course, for light novel readers, of course, that's going to be on hiatus for a lot longer as he gets his health back. But of course, that can wait. The most important thing is his health, as we all know. So now on to chapter 86. I was so excited. I was so excited for the return and begin after the end, chapter 86. Even though we no longer can do live reactions on YouTube for it, so I can't really show everybody, my live reactions and everything. But regardless, I was extremely excited over the fact that the series returned, and we finally entered Cyrus Academy, the long-awaited, long-rumored, highly anticipated arc of Cyrus Academy. What was y'all thoughts when you first saw the visuals of Cyrus Academy, the students, the environment that Arthur and Elijah walked in. Sarah, what was your first thoughts on that? Because my first thoughts was like, this shit is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, no. With the way that they did the art for this, like it was really nice. Like it was very detailed, especially for like the fading away in the background of like for the building itself, like in between the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like they faded it out to show the field perception,
Right.
and like all the students walking around. It was really cool to see like the difference in the uniforms, to see like between the battle mages and then like the scholar mages.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get to see like the slight differences between those guys. Like it was super nice. And then like when we get to like walk into the school, we get to see everybody riding their mounts. Like that shit was just beautiful, the way that they like drew everything.
Right.
It was just, the whole school was just gorgeous.
Facts. What about you, Savin?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the aesthetics of Cyrus Academy. It was very appealing, and it was more than I expected. So yeah, the artwork's great. Low key feel like the art kind of got a little bit better this season, just to me. So I wasn't expecting that after all the bad news we found out. But yeah, I really like Cyrus Academy so far, and the artwork is really what caught my eye to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was definitely beautiful. They really, to say it was such a short break, I guess they used that break to kind of up the art a little bit, especially for the first chapter. Maybe that's what it was. They want to take their time and really bring in and make us feel the environment of Cyrus Academy and the new environment that we're going to be seeing for who knows how long. So that was a welcome thing. We got to see Arthur go in, him and Elijah register. Arthur was like, checking in, and the woman was surprised he was, a 2 elemental mage.
Little does she know.
Like, little does she know. And I was like, boy, if you only knew. But my one thing that I was surprised about in chapter 86 was nobody said anything about Sylvie. Like, was Sylvie invisible or something? Like, I saw no one else there with any type of familiars or anything. At least from, that
what
part
we've seen so far.
Yeah, that we've seen so far. And it was like nobody even mentioned Sylvie, looked at Sylvie a particular way or nothing. Were y'all surprised about that, or was that just me?
Are you talking about like anyone commenting that he has a mana beast?
Yeah.
I wasn't too surprised after I found out there's like kids riding their mana beast to school, and Sylvie looks like she's just a regular fox. So in my head, I just feel like other kids just thought, oh, that's probably a low-class mana beast, nothing too special, because she doesn't look like her natural state. So
okay,
I feel like they just overlooked it.
Okay, well, that could have been it. Sarah, what was your thoughts on that?
Well, being on the same boat as Savvy, it's just like they just probably looked at it. Like I was assuming more so like girls would try and flock around them and try and pet Sylvie and stuff like that, because like a lot of these things, when you bring in a cute pet, everybody wants to flock around and try and get to know your pet.
True. That's true.
But like they just all just kind of like batted an eye, not even worrying about it. So I don't know if Turtle Me was just like, you know what, we're just gonna let Sylvie be. We're not even gonna put stress on Sylvie. Everybody loves her anyways.
Right. I mean, if you looked at the popularity polls, she's the #1 favorite character out of the whole series at this point. So, hey, Sylvie doesn't need any more shine. She gets all the shine every panel she's in. So
exactly.
So as we're going into Cyrus Academy, seeing all these kids and everything, these different mana beasts and all of this stuff, the chocobos, as Sarah called them.
Hey man, I saw that big ass red mana beast. I was like, is that a chocobo? Hold on, it's the wrong game.
It looked like one. It definitely looked like one. But we finally entered the assembly hall. The dreaded, quote-unquote, cliche assembly hall that we all go through every time we enter the first school in any series. And, of course, director Cynthia Goodsky came out, gave Arthur a little wink, a little nod, just showing like, hey, I'm glad to see you here. She flexed a little bit with her sound magic, just a tad bit she flexed. It wasn't too hard. But Well, were y'all impressed about the sound magic or anything that Cynthia Goodsky did when she stepped to the podium?
I was pretty impressed when she gave Art a wink and she found Art throughout all the kids.
Like
And-
immediately.
Like she knew where he was
Yeah,
going to sit.
Yeah, I was like super surprised at that, and even Art was pretty shook about it. So
He was like,
Yo.
"Oh God."
Right.
I really liked that moment.
That was
That little bit was really cool, but then like also just seeing the sound magic when she like literally, like we've seen sound magic work in other ones, but like this one was just like a snap of the fingers and everything just goes quiet.
right.
I thought that was pretty cool. It just shows how much experience she has with sound magic. You know, like I'm pretty sure not everybody in this world can be able to use sound magic, and it's probably like a handful of people. You know what I mean? So just being able to see a little bit more of like different types of magic there are aside from like the base elements, you know, is pretty unique to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
Because it just shows off more like vast world building for like different types of magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. True. Definitely true. All right. So
I guess I'm just a weirdo for that.
so as Cynthia Goodsky, made her speech, she introduced the student council, the student body council. And of course, we get the very two first, I'm going to call them lackeys, because that's pretty much what they're going to be. Let's be honest. Those two are just going to be the lackeys, probably going to
Hi,
be
Savvy.
bossed.
I see you.
Right. Probably going to be bossed around by the other dude that's in there. We got to see Lilia, and we got to see this other guy who looks like he's a stickler for the rules and kind of a hard ass a little bit.
This other guy kind of looks like he'd be like the VP of the student
Yeah.
council. You know, like right under the right under Tess.
Right. And
You know,
then,
Which guy you guys are referring to?
the guy who walks out right after, like
Right before Tess.
right before Tess.
right after.
The guy with the black hair.
Yeah, the black hair, blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
He looks
yeah,
like
for
he'd
sure.
be like a more important role than the first two guys. He looks like he would be
Yeah.
like the VP.
Yeah.
So do you guys think he's going to be a potential problem for Arthur? Because we all seen when Tess walked on the stage, everybody's reaction to her.
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a shock to see if he has a thing for Tess, and Tess obviously, at least from what we gather and know, has a thing for Arthur. So I can see like a somewhat love triangle or something like that happening as far as from his perspective. He's trying to outdo Arthur or make his authority over Arthur known. Do you guys see something like that happening?
I would say probably maybe later down the line, early in the arc. I don't feel like Art will show his intentions for Tessia, because I'm pretty sure he likes her, obviously, and he wouldn't want anyone else with her. So he'll probably just try to keep things on the DL. And I don't know. I don't think Tessia will entertain that dude with the black hair at all. I really think she's just too infatuated with Art.
Yeah, I don't think she will entertain anybody at that school, but
This guy looks like
Exactly,
the type
yeah.
of dude who like turn things around in his mind.
mhm,
Like Tessia would be avoiding him, but then he'll be thinking something else.
right.
You know,
like oh, she
like the basic
she's-
cliches you see for
Yeah.
like these types of characters. You know, she likes the main character, but then he's thinking otherwise. You know,
Like
Yeah.
she really feeling me deep down. She just too shy. Okay.
yeah,
One of
she's
those.
feeling me deep down, but she's
Yeah.
just too shy to show it. You
Right,
know,
right. It's just one.
like
of
I feel like that's the type of character he would be, but at the same time he'd be like a super serious character,
Mhm.
like the lieutenant from Fire Force who's just serious all the time,
Yeah, definitely that. All
or like Ida fucking.
Facts. I definitely see that. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Like
'cause he seems
I
like
could
a very
totally
careful
see
person.
either one of those two personalities coming from him, you know.
Mhm. Right, definitely. All right, and then we get the grand finale. The best way to end a chapter yet. Tessia walks out, stuns the crowd, and I just have to know. I know, Savvy, you didn't see my reaction, but Seraph did.
Bro, me and you both reacted the same way.
But what was your thoughts on Tessa's new design?
Oh, what was your guys' thoughts? I didn't see the reaction.
Man,
Okay.
bro, look. Apparently, it happened to work out this way. Now I'm gonna tell you, it just happened to to work out this way. So I was reading, right? Now, normally I always have something to drink, like water or tea or something on my desk, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just reading, and then I see Tess, and I hit the open on my drink, and I took a sip.
You got a nosebleed?
Yeah, got a nose. It just so happened that I had something.
Wait, maybe.
It just so happened I just had something right here at that point in time. So I love her design.
He was getting a little thirsty, cuts.
Bro, all of them was getting thirsty, and you even took a sip. You took more than one sip. At least I took one sip. You took like 5. But
nah, bro. All right. So what happened was first, I was scrolling down. I see Tess pop up. I'm just like, and I'm like about to take a lap from my room. I'm about to get. I'm like, all right, hold on, chill. Let me relax and let me look at this. All right, and then I look at Tess and I'm like. She got the emerald green eyes, bro. She got that silver hair going on, bro. You see the way her outfit weighs, dog? Man, with every step she took, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, she definitely looked really good.
yo,
Honestly, I wasn't expecting the design at all.
Bro, that design hit
Yeah,
it fucking right hooked me out of nowhere.
right.
Yeah, I was like super surprised. I was like, is that even Tess? Even though they said like that's Tessia, like just in the face, she looked way older than someone that's supposed to be 13 or 14. Just
Right.
saying.
Exactly, especially for being an elf too, who ages a lot later.
Yeah.
Like after that 5-year time skip, I wasn't expecting none of that.
Right.
I was expecting her to probably still look like Lilia,
Yeah.
to end up looking like Lilia or like somebody around that,
Right.
that
She
style,
had like a whole growth spurt and everything. I was like, bro, okay, all right. You really trying to catch Arthur's interest right now. Like I feel you. And Lothar is killing me in the chat, bro. Like, bro, it just so happened I had a drink, right here.
Well, if you're doing live streams, you always gotta have something to drink.
I gotta have something. I'm doing.
Gotta make sure you're hydrated. You
what
feel
I'm
me?
Thank you, sir. I'm doing a lot of talking. He just got
Bye,
home.
Savvy.
He just got home.
Yeah, he just got home. I heard him open his door, unclick his belt. You feel?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Seeing Tessia's design, like I was like extravagant with it. Just like when we hit that 5-year time skip for Arthur, and we got to see his design. Like he looked super cool. Like the way he looked like a proper noble, in my opinion. And then being able to see Tessia, who's a princess, seeing her like outfitted like that, seeing her hair like that, everything about her. It was just elegance and like pure nobility. Like that shit hit me for a left field because I wasn't expecting it.
Right.
I expected her to have a more so like a rebellious type look at that point in age, but like
she looked like she just matured way beyond her age. The design,
like
and her.
It's like Arthur, bro. Like he's like already mature, but he's in a young body. And now, like, Tessie is hitting that point, too, right now, looking like, as long as her mindset is right.
Right. And it was just crazy because it's like, it's been forever since we seen Tess. Like, last time we really seen Tess, her, was, like, the beginning of, was it season 3? The beginning of season 3?
We didn't even see her too much in season 3 at all, honestly.
Yeah,
like, because, like, season 3 opened up with, like, season 3, like, opened with, like, them going straight past that 5-year time skip.
Okay, so that okay. So it had to be
we
into season
really
2
didn't even see her much season 3, honestly. I don't think, or at least I'm not remembering, because like I feel like we seen her, come roll through to the sister's birthday, but then like when we actually seen her, I feel like it was like a while ago, like mid season 2.
Yeah, it probably was mid season 2. It probably was mid season.
Welcome back, Savvy. By the way.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
You're good. You just got home, bro.
We heard the car.
Oh, okay, cool.
I heard the car door open. I heard you take off your seatbelt, and I was like, he's home.
Yeah.
Welcome home safely, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem. But yeah,
bro, I could give you a 30-page essay on Tessa's design.
Well, but you could.
No, bro, did you just? I was just ranting on like a minute ago. Sorry, JD.
It's all good.
That shit hit me different.
It's all good, bro. It took. I think I can say for all three of us, it took us by surprise, and we all really liked the design. So,
No, Lothar, she's not gonna ignore Arthur. Like, even at the party, she didn't like. She just wanted to like be mysterious, quote unquote, for Arthur. You know.
this is
But
true.
then Arthur found her out anyways.
She knew that she was gonna be like the main attraction, and she didn't want to ruin his sister's birthday.
Yeah, she didn't want to take all the shine. You feel me?
Because if she took all the shine just from walking on stage, imagine what she was gonna do in the party and start talking to Arthur, especially when his parents and his family is there.
Exactly, bro.
Right. That she would just steal the show, like immediately. So.
Oh, you know
Also-
what I thought though too? When
Mhm.
she didn't show up, I figured that would be the case. Also, that she might be pretty nervous because she does like Arthur a lot.
Mhm.
She might be nervous meeting like his family and like friends of his family.
Mhm.
So I figured like maybe she was too shy to show up.
That
That
and
could
they
be-
really they promised to see each other next time at the academy too. Anyways.
This is true.
Oh yeah, you got a point.
Yeah,
Yep.
not like any like cool. It's cool that she stopped by the party, but she had a promise to upkeep that she would see Arthur at the academy.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Now, Savvy, I have a question for you. I know you've read the light novel just up to the point where the webtoon is currently, correct?
Yes.
All right. Can you give us an insight, a little more insight on the relationship between Tess and Arthur that the webtoon doesn't fully portray and give to the readers? Like, can you give us more of an insight on how is their relationship a lot deeper than what the webtoon shows us? Or, you know, and we're not crazy as readers, you know, thinking that it is something deeper than what it actually is. Can you give us a little insight on that?
Yeah, for sure. So in certain dialogues when Art's talking or thinking about Tessia, he goes in depth about like actually being interested in her
Mm-hmm.
and being like shy or like too nervous to actually like say stuff to her.
Mm-hmm.
So like in what was that part? It was I think it was right when Tessia started talking in the auditorium.
Mm-hmm.
He basically was saying that she's like she looks a lot prettier because I'm used to seeing her as like a little girl, and she looks a lot beautiful. And he says that during the in the light novel,
Mm-hmm.
and in the webcomic, it makes Art seem like he's just too cool and everything. So
Right.
it's kind of weird. It's been like throughout like Art's whole progression.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting Tessia, it's like little things like them being together and him wishing like he could see Tessia and like missing his time in the Elf Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So he most likely reminisces and talks about like his time over there a lot more in the light novel than in the webcomic.
Okay.
So he definitely has a connection, and I don't think he just messed with Tessia or anything.
Okay. So it is something a lot deeper than what the webtoon portrays.
Yeah, I mean, I really wish they add more, but yes, it's definitely deeper.
Okay.
This makes my ship set sail.
Yeah, this is 100% shit, man. This is when it's going to sail.
Yeah.
And
So
I
we
really like that.
We already boarded the ship. We just have to set sail.
Now we have officialness that it's gonna set sail eventually. I love it how like Arthur in the light novel, with the way you're describing it, he's thinking about it, but he knows he's like a fucking 73, like 43-year-old man. You know,
Yeah.
and he's just like, I'm not gonna go into petty relationships right now.
And he also talks about like him. Well, is it okay to say about stuff? In the
I mean,
light
like
novel?
if it's already if
Yeah.
it's like up to this chapter,
Okay.
it's fine,
Yeah,
completely
if it's
fine.
already happened, yeah.
Okay, so like he basically thinks about like being with Tessia. I think it's right when he got back home and he was like flashbacking,
Mm-hmm.
having a flashback about Veron and Tessia. He was saying he could tell like Tessia likes him,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard for him to see her anyway than just a little girl because he's so much older,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like conflicted with that as just being a person because he doesn't want to like in his head he probably seems like a pedophile,
Right.
but
Mhm.
it's not, that's not the case, but no one else knows. So he's like battling with that. So I feel like that is like pushing him
Mhm.
away into like maybe she looks more like a young
An adult.
lady. Yeah. So I feel like that's the case, and there are certain things I want to talk about too. If that's okay, about like the light novel
Mhm.
part of the two latest chapters that we're talking about when
Yeah.
we get to
Yeah,
that point.
go for it, dude. Go for it.
All right. Is it more towards chapter 87 or is it still on 86? Or is it kind of a mixture of both?
It is a kind of mixture of both. I was just going to talk about how we saw the student council and like the present Tessia and the humans and everything. It wasn't stated that none of them were like a dwarf. So like when we saw them come out, they're all humans, and then another one was an elf Tessia. And like when she was like talking about how you reunite everyone, like we should be together, no discrimination, yada yada yada. I was like kind of blown because why isn't there a dwarf representing a third of the race that's going to
I thought that was
South
kind of
Academy
strange as well.
Yeah, and I was like doing research. I was like, is one of those like a dwarf? And I didn't know about. And like in the light novel, it wasn't stated that any of them are a dwarf. So I feel like that might be something that they're hinting. I'm not too sure because it's kind of weird talking about like everyone's going to be united as one. Like the council got together, but even in the student council, a dwarf's not representing one race, and they might feel some type of way. The push comes to shove. And, yeah, that's just what I want to talk about in 86.
Yeah, because that's one thing I did bring up in my reaction on it was the previous chapter before the assembly. In my predictions video, I said I feel that in the first chapter we do the assembly, the student council is going to come out and it's going to have someone on the student council from each race. Like I figured Tess would maybe be one. If not Tess, it would just be somebody else from the elven race, and then of course
Lucas.
Oh my god! If
Just
Lucas
joking.
was on the
You put that back where it came from, so help me.
If Lucas was on the student council, oh my god.
Bro, honestly, like, okay, so I was kind of expecting for Lucas to be on the student council.
Really?
What?
Really?
Wow.
Because of his title and his name. Since they're both attending Cyrus Academy, he's still like of a noble family,
But
he could
Isn't
have
his
the
family
leeway
from,
and
the captain?
the push to make it to student council. You know what I mean? Like instead of like just being like one of the other guys, like those first two guys we saw, or like being a VP like that other guy. Like I was like I was fully expecting to see Lucas be a part of the student council and then like be an absolute trash.
Yeah, I can see that, but I was like,
and then Arthur putting him in his place.
Yeah, I didn't think. Lucas
But I guess that's because I watched too much manga with that cliche. Read too much manga with that type of cliche.
That could be it. I didn't think Lucas would be on the student council, but I do see a conflict where maybe him, Elijah, Lucas, and Tess are all maybe in the same class. Wherever one of their classes are, and Lucas may try to push up on Tess or something like that and show off, and Arthur ain't gonna be having it. I did think something like that could potentially happen.
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
Yeah,
I feel like he's too just caught up in himself to even like be interested in Tessia.
I don't know. She's the hottest thing on campus right now, bro. She the hottest thing on campus.
I was interested to see whenever Lucas meets up with Elijah again, because I mean he'll recognize Elijah for sure.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to see like if he's going to say like, oh, what happened to like no or whatever, Like I'm so curious to see that interaction.
Yeah, because in the webtoon they didn't show anything regarding Arthur and Elijah talking about, hey, keep my identity a secret, unless I'm misremembering. I'm pretty sure like they didn't show anything about Arthur telling Elijah, hey, when we get to school, we see Lucas, because we're gonna see him. Don't pretend like I'm not Note and everything like that. I'm just Arthur.
Oh yeah, true.
I was hoping for that little side talk too.
Yeah,
because that'd been pretty important to see, like as well,
Well, I felt like I don't think he's going to wear the mask or anything, so I don't think anything will like trigger like him even bringing it up. Nope.
He doesn't even have the sword on him either, so
yeah. And Sylvie looks different now, so like
actually I don't think Lucas saw Sylvie, did he?
Yeah, he saw
Yeah.
Sylvia
Oh, did he?
in
Oh, yeah,
full
yeah, yeah, he
form
did, he did.
when she was chasing him out.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Right. She saw the full form, but Blaine said, "Is Lucas a first year?" I think he is a first year. If I'm not
Yeah, I'm
mistaken.
assuming he is.
Yeah, he's a first year. All of them
I
are
would
first
assume
years.
that he's a
except,
first year as well.
Except Lilia. Out of our main group, Lilia is the only one that's not a first year.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably like Elijah would have probably just like he just knows not to talk about Note.
Yeah, I
As a
guess
whole.
we have to assume.
It's like an unspoken rule.
Right. I guess
Yeah,
we
I
have
feel
to
like it was
assume
a
that
bro
now.
code. Like, don't say shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Like you know what it is. You know what it is. All right, so let's move on to 87. 87, we find out that Tess is the student council president. Okay, so, Madam President, if you will, and that she is the protege or the student,
disciple.
right, disciple, however you want to call it, of Cynthia Goodsky, which I thought was surprising as hell. I was like, whoa, okay. So my thought when I heard that, I was like, so how strong has she really become? And I was like, does she already have a beast will? Even if she doesn't, would she accept a beast will from Arthur? Like, cause I'm just like, yo, if you've been training under her for all this time, or for a good amount of time, like you have to have, some kind of major power boost from whenever it was that when you left the Elven Kingdom. Well, are y'all thinking along the same lines as me, or am I selling?
I'm thinking. No, partially I agree with you. I believe that she definitely will have a power up. I don't think it's a beast will though. I feel like she might be a little bit more versed. Potentially, maybe some kind of sound or plant magic, because we know plant magic is something specifically for elves, and it's a lot harder to control. So maybe she's helping her in that way. And say like she does have a beast will. I don't know how Good Sky will be able to train Tessia in that power up, because she doesn't have a beast will to our knowledge so far. And yeah, I just don't think that'll add up. Plus, I think Art's going to give the Elder Beast Guardian beast will to her. So.
Yeah, that's the original plan. But if Tess actually has plant-based magic, that would be
perfect.
So perfect. When he gives her that Elder Beast Guardian.
The Elder Beast Guardian would be a perfect sync with her, especially with how tanky the Elder Beast Guardian is. She could protect herself as well as others on the battlefield if she really needs to.
Right.
Oh, I was also thinking too, with Art getting the his beast will from Sylvia, she obviously was willing to do that. So what if Art gives it to Saya, and then the Elder Beast Guardian doesn't want to be in Tessia, or it's fighting back or something, and is not just so willing because maybe he's pissed off that he died and shit, and he doesn't want to be someone's servant. Who knows?
I mean, he was gonna be willing to go to Arthur until Sylvie wanted to try and eat him.
Yeah, until Sylvia's beast will was like, nah, bro, it's only room for one in here.
But
room's already.
I would assume it's probably I feel like they would choose their masters based on strength, if that was the case then, because Arthur beat the Elder Guardian because he was strong, and then he wanted to be with a strong user.
I thought he was mad at Art when Art was looking into the Mana Beast.
I thought it was his dad that he was mad at.
I couldn't tell. It didn't really show in the webtoon whether he was mad. It just showed, the Elder Guardian, in there, and then when Arthur tried to absorb it, Sylvia's beast will was like, nah, bro, you can't come in. And the Elder Guardian was scared for his life again.
Yeah.
A second time.
Right, a second time. So I don't know. Yo, that's a good question in the chat. How did we not hear of Tess from from Cynthia before all of this? I guess she was just keeping it under wraps. That's the only thing I can think of.
What was the question?
How did we not hear of Tess from Cynthia Goodsky before the assembly?
Oh, I personally think Tessia told her I want this to be a surprise for Art to know this when I tell him, or some dumb shit, Like you know how girls are. I don't know. I feel like that might be the case because she's young and stuff. He,
Mhm.
I believe
he
that to
wants
be
to like
100%
surprise.
true.
Yeah, like wants to surprise Art and be like,
Mhm.
oh, this is me. That's why she looked all serious
Yeah. And if
after
that
assembling
is the
stuff.
case, it would also explain or give a little more insight into the wink Cynthia gave him at the very beginning. Like, hey, I got a
Mm.
surprise for you.
Your
I'm
Mm.
girl's
happy to
coming
see you,
soon.
and I
Yep.
also have a surprise for you.
Hey, yo,
But that would
baby
make
girl
sense.
about to be here.
Right.
That would make sense. I didn't think about that.
I didn't
Absolute
either.
fucking
That
awesome.
that makes a lot of
That
sense.
that could be it. That could be the reason. Hopefully they elaborate on that as we go further into the chapter. Maybe like have a flashback or something showing that, or just a side talk with Cynthia and Tess. But after the assembly, Tess gave her speech about being unified with all the other kids and students. As we all know, all different races were, along with the discrimination between battle mages and scholar mages, on top of the discrimination between royals and non-royals. It's a big clusterfuck, if you will, of problems just waiting to happen.
Yep.
Like, I'm just like, bro, you have three different issues, different major issues from each race: the royals from the dwarves, the royals from the elves, royals from the humans, the peasants from all three, and of course, each one of them different races and want to show off. And it's just like, it's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be a shit show on top of scholars and battle mages. But we got our first skirmish after the assembly, and I like the uniforms to where you can have the little pendant badge and you can have like little duels throughout the school. I can, like I said in my review, I can see that being a humongous problem down the line, because I can see one of those kids, picking a duel with somebody else, and the duel goes wrong. Like, whoever's the two kids in there, one of the kids beating the shit out of the other kid, and doesn't do enough to break the barrier, but just does enough to like seriously damage the kid over and over. And like somebody's gonna have to physically break the barrier in order to save the other kid.
They didn't explain that in the webcomic enough, but in the light novel, they explained the reason behind the actual dueling
Okay.
situation. So basically, the human he goaded the dwarf because
Mm-hmm.
he was a lower level,
Mm-hmm.
and he had like it stated like in the light novel he had two stripes on
Mm-hmm.
his uniform. The
Yeah.
dwarf had one. So like for the human, he wouldn't be able to initiate a fight unless the dwarf started it. That's why he
Oh.
was like saying, "Aren't you going to start the fight?" You know, shorty or whatever. And that's why he's like, "Okay, yeah." He goaded him into fighting.
Okay.
So it kind of like it's. I guess that rule's put there so people won't get bullied
Mm-hmm.
by older classmen.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. And the outcome of the fight, well, like at the end of the outcome was completely different in the webcomic compared to the light novel.
Okay. What
So
happened in the light novel compared to the
in the yeah, so in the light novel, the conclusion of the fight was still the same. The human won. However, the human was going to try to kill the dwarf instead of just break his arm. And while that happened, Art noticed that was going on, but he was pissed off because if he would have done something like a long projectile attack,
Mm-hmm.
he would like people would know about his abilities, and he was
Right.
kind of annoyed that Elijah didn't notice at the time, and Elijah didn't know at all, and that's why he said, "Oh, I think the president's coming," and that's why he stopped. But in the webcomic, it showed that Elijah saw and he was going to step up, which is kind of funny because in the light novel he didn't even see. Yeah, so,
Let my boy get his time to shine.
Right.
Yeah.
I do like that they kind of changed it from that aspect, because Elijah was like, "This is my turn. Finally I get the chance to be a hero," just for
Yeah.
Arthur to just snatch it away at the end.
He's trying to be like Shinra.
yeah,
Right.
that was a good change. I liked it a lot.
That was a very good change.
I really enjoyed that part for sure, because like he really wanted to try and do something, but then Arthur stepped in.
Right.
I was honestly kind of expecting Arthur to just like beat through and be like, "So what you trying to do, bro?"
Right. Right. I would definitely
But
expect something like that.
he was being really playful with this guy, even though he was trying to break a dwarf's arm.
Mm.
Like Arthur could have totally put the pressure on him to give him a little scare,
Mm-hmm.
but instead he didn't want to do anything about it. Because like right in the beginning of like the season, like he stared down those two guys that was about to talk shit to Arthur, and he was like, "I could kill you guys right now."
Right.
But with this guy who was actually doing harm to people, he was just like, "Whatever."
Right. Like, yo, I'm not.
He
gonna
still
touch
wanted to stop it, but he just didn't want to like put the pressure on him. I just found that a little bit weirder.
Yeah, that was pretty weird. I'll definitely say that. But I guess it's Arthur trying to stay out of the spotlight as much as possible because we already know he's gonna have like tons of haters. He's a scholar mage, so he already is prone for discrimination and being picked on.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, he's not a royal. On top of that, Tess likes him, so Tess is going to avoid any and everybody else in favor of him. On top of that, Lilia likes him, so anybody who likes Lilia is going to probably be jealous of Arthur. On top of that, Kathleen likes him. So anybody
He's got a lot of cards to play.
Right.
Hey, yo, Cynthia Good Sky likes him.
Right. And on top of that, he's favored by the director. On top of that, he's Uncle Vince's nephew. Like, bro, he just has so
He's
many
got
problems.
the cutest pet known to man.
Right. He just has so many other problems that's gonna automatically bring and cause him trouble. I'm just figuring he was like, bro, you can have this one. Elijah, you can have this one, bro.
But he still stepped in anyways, bro.
Right, you still stepped in, but what you think about that, Savvy? Do you think Arthur was just playing it low key because of everything I said? How he's gonna have all this automatic target on his back from all of the things I said?
Yeah, I believe that. I feel like he doesn't want to show off all his cards right now, early on. Plus, what was I going to say too?
Or just having him seem like a bad guy in front of everybody,
Yeah.
just having that excessive,
also,
intimidating
like,
aura
he
that
didn't-
scares people.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to fight in the light novel too. He just wanted to go back to his dorms. And, like Elijah stopped him, saying, "Hey, let's watch the fight. We're not going to do anything." about
Lazy
that."
ass motherfucker.
Yeah. So I feel
I'm
like he just didn't want to show
kidding.
off.
Man, that is crazy though. Like, he doesn't try to get himself into situations, but it always finds him some kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, MC for a reason.
Yeah, MC for a reason. Definitely.
Savvy, I'm glad you're here and that you read the light novel to where it is at, so that we can get that little bit of extra context as to what's going on.
Yeah, anytime, man. Yeah, there's so much different dialogues in the light novel
Right.
compared to the webcomic.
And especially that deep dive into Art's and Tess relationship, you know, we kind of get more of a insight on what they feel for each other instead of us just speculating, because as we said earlier, the webtoon doesn't really give us much on how much he likes her or how much she likes him. We're all just speculating based off of what's drawn and shown. So
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're trying to portray certain personalities in like a webcomic and then the light novel. It's strange how they're doing it like that.
yeah, definitely. So after the skirmish happened, we got through that. Arthur was like, "Hey, I see the student council coming." Everybody stops in their tracks, looking around, like, "Yo," and then he's like, "I don't see anybody," and he was like, "Oh, my mistake." So he was about to do something to Arthur, but then he walked away. And Sylvie steals the show yet again by spitting on him. I thought that was probably the best moment in there, that Sylvie's like, "Oh, you ain't gonna talk to my daddy like that, bro," and think you getting away with it. And we got through that. He turns around and the student council shows up to shut shit down. What do you guys think is, like, I'm pretty sure we know what's going to happen in this little exchange, but what do you guys think is going to take place when the student council finally steps in and pretty much tries to quell the fighting?
I feel like, I don't know. I just have a feeling that they're gonna think Art is the person that started something, or like pissed off the other dude, because in the webcomic, like, yeah, Sylvie spit on the dude's neck, but in the light novel, the dude spit in front of Art by his feet and said, "I hope I don't see you again," and that's why Sylvie Sylvie spit it back at him. So I don't know how they're gonna I don't know how it's gonna work out. I don't know if Tessa's gonna talk to Art. If that's gonna be their first time having a conversation, like talking about. I don't know. It'll be kind of confusing, or like probably stressful because for Tessia, she's a student council president, but at the same time she hasn't seen Art at all. And when she notices, if she already noticed Art has something to do with this problem, she might be too embarrassed, and it might like ruin her own like perception as being the student council president. So she might be pretty hard on him. Not too sure. Interested to find out though soon.
That is something very interesting to find out. Sarah, what you think?
I feel like Tessia is just gonna argue with that Nicholas guy, and then ask Art what really went down and what happened. And then Arthur's gonna give out the whole story of how like the second year was picking on the first year, and then yada yada, and then Tessa's gonna yell the living life out of Nicholas, and then defending Art at the same time. Probably, I don't know. I could see that playing out, but like at the same time, I can see Savvy's points playing out. Like it's just really confusing to see if she wants to play as the student council president, even towards Art, like harsh and strict, or if she's just gonna try and take Art's side. Like it could go either way, you know.
I think she's gonna. Oh, go ahead, Savvy.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was leaning towards that she's gonna not take Art's side. Just to save face.
Taking on the role of student council president, just saving face like that.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be as diplomatic as possible. She doesn't. I mean, it's the first day of school. You don't want to try and be showing favoritism to somebody already. So I think she's just gonna try to be diplomatic. I'm pretty sure Art's not gonna take it personal. You know, whatever she does say, whatever punishment or harsh words that comes out of her mouth, if any, I'm sure he's not gonna take it personally. He knows she has a job to do. And this job on unifying this entire student body is gonna be hard in and of itself. But I did want to bring up a point that I forgot to mention. That shout out to Blaine that he brought up that I forgot to ask you guys about.
Mama.
What did you guys think of Sylvie calling Tess Mama?
I 100% approve.
I thought it made first off, I was like, why the heck is she calling her mama? And then I remember that like she hatched in the Elf Kingdom, and like the first person that she saw that was like a girl was Tessia. So like logically through Sylvie's eyes, it would make sense that she's calling her mama, but maybe through Art's eyes, it's like, what the hell? I'm your dad. She's not your mom.
Right. That's what I said too. I was like, that could be the reason that the first girl she saw was Tess. The first boy she saw was Arthur, so you put two and two together, mama, papa. But it was funny to look on Arthur's face like, yo, why the hell you calling her mama? Who deemed her mother? Like,
you trying to tell us something, Totalme?
Right. I was like, is this what we're saying right now? Like, what is going on? So I thought that was pretty funny and interesting. Did that happen in the light novel, any?
Did what happened in light novel?
Sylvie calling Tess mommy.
Yeah, it happened exactly like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like, did Art say something? Yeah, I think Art said like some like inner dialogue, but it did happen when she saw Tessia on the stage and she said, "Mama, mama."
He was like, "Yo, Papa, Mama's down there. Let's go say hi." Like, what? If you don't sit your little fur-legged self down. Like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to.
And that is the first time she ever called Tessia mama too, even in the light novel.
Right.
That moment.
So that is funny. That is funny and interesting. I wonder if she will be able to hear Sylvie's thoughts as well. Like, because she feels Tess is her mother. I wonder if Tess will be able to hear Sylvie's thoughts. Do you guys think that's a possibility? Or that's only because, Arthur
the bond.
Yeah, the bond.
Yeah. That would be cool though.
That she has like telepathy, but like she doesn't want to talk to anybody else but Arthur.
Right.
Yeah. That would be pretty dope. Though.
Like
It'd be pretty cool to see.
I would feel that could be something that happens, and that's only for Tess because she feels Tess is her mother.
I always thought that power to talk that in dialogue was because of the bond that Toby started with Art.
Yeah, that's probably majority right. I'll just that was
But
just like
I
one
was-
of them crackpot theories.
No,
I was thinking
Throw
like
out there.
it could be like because dragons just have telepathy. Because like we saw grandmother Sylvie talking to Arthur, no problem.
in
They
the
didn't
head
have
when
anything of
when she was
bond.
alive.
That's true.
So like it could be just be like a thing for dragons only. You know what I mean? Even those other guys, like when they all showed up, they were all talking to each other, and Arthur bounced, but they were still just like talking to each other still. You know what I mean? So this might be like a dragon thing for like telepathy, and they choose who they want to talk to.
That would be interesting if she actually does start talking to Tess. It's because as we get into the predictions for the next chapter, I guess it's a good transition towards that. I think what's gonna happen is after this whole thing, with the student council and quelling the fights and everything, Arthur, I think Arthur and Elijah are gonna go to their dorms, see where they're at, and then maybe Arthur and Tess are gonna end up, meeting somewhere alone to, just catch up and everything. Sylvie's gonna be there, and as they're talking, I think either Kathleen or Lilia is going to walk up to Arthur and just be like, "Hey," and everything, and a whole jealousy catfight type thing. That's just
I don't think Olivia might not do it. I think she got put in her place last time.
I mean,
Well,
she
Kathleen
did, but
might
at the same time, I think she's still gonna try to, she's gonna shoot a shot again. I think she's gonna give it one more shot from the free throw line.
That could happen.
I mean, I don't think she's gonna mess with Tess. Like if she sees Tess as, in it, I think she's gonna back down. But but
That would make sense about them meeting up and talking to Sai and Art. I feel like that'll be easier if like say that Tessia takes the high road and wants to be more like political about what happened and being rude to Art. That'll give her like a reason to go see him to like apologize or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's a good
I like-
one.
Yeah,
That's a
like
good one.
telling him about her situation in the school and how it's like tough to be like this person, but still misses. I don't know. It might be a good opener for something like that.
Honestly,
Like,
that'd be a
that'd be perfect.
great opener
Yeah.
for like the next 2 chapters, bro. Like, oh
Right.
my.
And I think she'll probably send him a message in whatever kind of magic she has. Like she'll
Or
send
just
him,
a letter.
yeah, or just a random letter. Or just I was just trying to make her go fancy with it, do a little magic. But I mean, if you want to go traditional, just be like, oh, I'll just write a letter. I mean,
Fucking write a letter.
I guess
Paper
that's
airplane
fine.
through the window, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I guess throw a paper airplane through the window with some gum on it to hold it together. But I mean, whatever. What do I know? What do I know?
I mean, they got like crystal balls and shit too, I guess.
I mean, hey, she does have that. She does have a grandmother that has a crystal ball that can see everything. I don't know, man. Who knows? What do y'all think is gonna happen next chapter? What's your predictions?
There's gonna be, like that little argument between Arthur, Nicholas, and trying to clear up as to what happened, and then probably after that, like, we'll probably get a little bit of just like Arthur wanting to go back to his dorm to sleep. Cause like it seemed like he didn't get much sleep in the beginning here.
Yeah, thanks to Elijah, didn't let the man sleep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up like that. They're going to, Tessia's going to say like he shouldn't be fighting or whatever, and then who knows, Art might lash back. I don't know, because that might be his first time seeing Tess, and he might not expected that, so he just might lash out because he's still a kid though. So that might like have a chance for the other dude to step in, one of the other student council members, to like say, hey, what you doing talking to her like that, some dumb shit, and then
trying to be cool with it.
Yeah.
They don't know the relationship between Arthur and Tess, so like Arthur's just like rambling on to her, like, man, but this dude was doing this and yada yada. And he's just like, who the fuck is you to step up to the president like that?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think something like that will happen. And then so
And then Arthur's about to yell at this dude, be like, yo, shut up.
Yo, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Funny as hell.
You know that?
Too.
Yeah, it will show that that dude might have feelings for her or not, but it'd be a good way to show us as readers as well.
Yeah.
Or like JD said, he'd probably be a stickler for the rules, so he'd probably be a stickler for like status as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Status, like royal status, or just status like because she's a student council president.
Student council president
Student council
status.
president
We're in
status.
school. Nobility
okay.
should be thrown out the window in theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what
Honestly,
I was like wondering about that. Like, I feel like if you're royal and so like, say like for example Curtis, we don't know what he is in the school yet, but like if he's just like someone plain, would he still be something of like high class just because he's a royal, or is those like all gone because of the council? Because I guess like with the council, they're not owning their own kingdoms anymore.
Right.
They make decisions about everything. So that basically would mean in turn like he's not a prince anymore, and Tessia is not a princess because of the council now.
Right.
So it's interesting to see if like students might, I don't know, act differently because they're not of that status anymore. And that might be another form of bullying. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think they're going to get bullied, but it'd be kind of cool to see that that other side.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's definitely something I can see happening. We do have a question from Dark Rain. He wanted to ask us, what do we think the plot twist will be in the school arc?
the plot twist.
Yeah. Or if we think there will be a plot twist at all.
Probably will have something to do with Lucas and something crazy with okay, I've been thinking about this for a while. I feel like it will have to do something with Lucas or definitely with Elijah, because that dude, there's way too much unknown stuff. Like, yes, I 100% I believe he's good, but like we don't even know what race he is, like his origins. He doesn't really know. We don't know
We
his
just
family.
know that Elijah is like a half dwarf, and that
No,
his
we don't even know that.
I thought they said that he was a dwarf.
He was raised with elders in
yeah,
the
it's
dwarf
true.
kingdom of Darth, and we don't even know anything about like what he actually is. So since we're getting a new continent, maybe Elijah, this might be out there, but maybe Elijah is from that continent. And when we get information, we find out like where his family really lies, his true powers, and he might be like, you know, the arch rival or something. Who knows? Who knows?
Actually, that's not too far off from what I was thinking. I actually said something similar in my prediction video for season 4. I said if anything will happen, if we're just going on like basic manga or webtoon cliches, it's either going to be a few things. It's going to be one, kidnappings is going to take place. It could be either Tess or Lilia, you know, or Kathleen, some kind of kidnapping, or maybe even Sylvia. It's gonna be some kidnapping. 2, a big fight that's going to like destroy the school, or 3, an evasion from the other continent. 4, a mysterious transfer student comes in who may be from the other continent and, you know, is sending information back and forth, trying to, you know, see what's going to happen, and maybe is whose main goal, I should say, is to steal some magical secrets or something precious that only belongs to Cyrus Academy or the kingdom itself. Well, what do you guys think about one of those?
Yeah, I feel like definitely going to be a big fight. And what your last point that you just told me about like stealing something precious, I feel like what if they have that invasion and the one thing that they want is precious is Elijah? Like, say like he's part of like some royal family and like something happened and like he got sent here and they're coming back for him, and like no one knows that any like explanation about what's going on, and even Elijah wouldn't know because maybe he lost his memories or something. You know, some stuff that usually always happens.
Or
I feel like that'd be.
Or he could have been a baby when he left.
Yeah,
know?
or he like probably just won't remember, and I feel like that'll like happen because I don't feel like the big fight is gonna be like Lucas and Art. Like I feel like that's gonna happen. He's gonna he's gonna die sooner or later, and then
Arthur gonna
the
get his
big,
revenge.
yeah, and like the big thing that will happen is like maybe he'll feel like blindsided that, oh my god, my best friend Elijah is like this evil dude, or maybe Elijah might turn on Art, or like vice versa, like type shit. That'll like
it's always like the best friend that turns evil.
yeah,
right.
It will definitely make some good character development for Art, because that's like his first friend that he classified as like, yeah, this is my best friend. Not kind of like Tessia, but like still
like an actual friend
homie,
that he could call like, you know, one of his homies.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and it's like family met him and everything. Like it would be crazy just to see that happen. Yeah, that would be cool. I think that will happen, like the big twist.
What do you think, Sarah?
Like, I was like thinking about like, what if like we actually get to meet the villains of the story?
Like the in-game villains, or just some villains?
The actual villains that's supposed to be villains in this story.
Okay.
Like we have yet to like see anybody who's like an actual proper villain.
The dude that went after Sylvia.
That's.
I feel like that. I thought that was like the end goal villain that Art will have to face.
That's what I think.
Because he is. Yeah.
But like the invasion thing is what I was thinking about mainly. Like, shit, will we get like a whole cultist trying to go steal Sylvia? Or will we get the dragons to come try and get Sylvia and Arthur? Or like something.
Oh yeah, I
those
made like a
lines.
theory video about that. Like she might be from royal blood, Sylvie. And then it might be after that
pure blood type thing.
Yeah, and how like dragons. I feel like dragons could be like a whole nother race in itself, like not just mana beast, like actual like human dragons.
Like actual whole race of dragons.
Yeah, that was like probably extinct and
like an ancient race, you know.
Yeah, exactly, because there's like royal statures within dragons, because like they call Lady Sylvia, right? And that only happens if you're like from royal blood or whatever. So
true.
Who knows?
Now,
That'll be interesting to see.
Now let me throw this out there. I said this in I can't remember what podcast we talked about this, Sarah, but you remember I said, what if the new continent is where
was home to the dragons?
Right, was home of the dragons, the ones who went after Sylvia. What if that's their home? Well, what do you guys think about that?
It would be plausible.
Yeah.
And the reason
I
was
say it again. Sorry.
I was just saying the reason like they were sending the birds and stuff with the cameras was trying to find Arthur and Sylvia's beast will. It was just to scope out looking for him.
How would they know to look for Art though?
They saw Art with Sylvia when they came in. So that's the only reason I was saying, because they did see him when they came in trying to get Sylvia before Sylvia pushed.
Oh, so he was hiding behind Sylvia the whole time.
I'm just a theory. I don't know.
No, yeah, I was just saying, but that'd be interesting.
Could be plausible, or if they're like on a whole separate continent and this new continent is just like, where Elijah's from. Because like, if there's one continent, that's new, there's probably like 2 others, 3 others. You never know.
Multiple.
Like, we don't know how vast this world is, like, specifically. You know what I mean? Like, we have all of the Cathan, and then they say they discovered one other continent. But what if there's one more with, like, even more powerful beings like those dragons?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the dragons are like a whole nother plane of existence somehow. Like, to, like, humans and everything. Like, I remember when Grandpa Veron found out that Art had a dragon beast will, he made it seem like it was like so rare and like so legendary, like that's like a god or something. Like, how did he get that? So I feel like, oh no, like dragons are not even from where they live right now.
Or if dragons are just like celestial beings for this realm.
Yeah,
like being literal gods for this realm.
Exactly.
because like it looked like that there was like only a small group of them that looked like a council.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
know,
and like
when they all showed up to Grandma Sylvie, she ran away from something, and they were all after that something, and it looks like just a councilman of just like 6 or whatever, you know,
Right.
probably one of
being like the
Sylvie
supreme
for the
ones
egg.
coming out of dimension, no barriers and shit.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be interesting, this ride. How long do you guys think this school arc is gonna last? Like, do you think this arc is going to last like maybe 2 more seasons or another season and a half? Or do you
I don't even think it's gonna probably like just one season the most.
You think so?
I got a question. How
Yeah,
long is
because
a
I
school
feel like-
arc in the light novel?
Wait, he doesn't know. He's only
I
read.
didn't-
to
I don't
read.
know. I didn't.
I'm asking the chat. at
Oh,
this
you're asking
point.
the chat. Oh, okay. All right, so chat, if you've
Well-
read the light novel, how long is the school arc? Just give us long, short, medium, whatever. So
But continue on, Savvy. I'm sorry.
What's up?
Continue on with what,
Yeah.
what you're saying.
Where is that?
Yeah, Dark Rain. Just answer how long is it? Okay, you said it's short for you. Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
guess it's
So
short.
I feel like it will be short because they started right when we found out they're going to Cyrus Academy. They talked about they're going to set sail to the new continent. So I feel like
Mhm.
that's going to intercept, whatever point if the invasion happens, that will like transition off from like, the new continent, what's going on there. So I feel like the school will be kind of cool for a few classes because like at the end of the day, like what is Art really going to learn there besides like just better knowledge of like certain abilities? Like what could like they really actually teach him like with this like monocore, like his beast will and everything.
Yeah,
And so,
Unless
like,
of his history, I don't know.
yeah. Like I said,
it'd be- yeah.
it's really not much he can learn. Maybe just practicing better control on the abilities he already have, and maybe learning new spells and techniques here and there. But other than that, it's not really much he can learn from
Yeah.
the teachers, at least as of this point. From what we know, there's nothing they can really teach him. But I would assume they would teach him better control, maybe a different technique on gathering mana to advance to the next class. That might make it easier for him. Who knows?
Mhm.
Maybe they might even have a mana beast class to getting closer with your mana beast, and maybe doing like beast wheels and stuff. Maybe they might have a class on that. So
Or just like being able to learn about mana beasts in general throughout the world that's already been documented.
right.
So then, like, you know what you're getting yourself into when you go fight.
Mm-hmm. And maybe that will help him control his stages a little more if he finds out some more information on it. That could be something.
I was always wondering if they'll ever have information about the like his time manipulation, like his dragon powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like if dragons are short. Yeah, I wonder if they actually do have information about that. That'd be kind of cool to find out. Or if he asks us, like if there's any like dragon classes and shit.
That's gonna be a big doubt for me, boss, because of the fact of how rare dragons are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I don't even think you'll be able to learn about that at all.
Okay.
It'd be cool if like Sylvie left him a book.
Yeah.
Oh, here's all you need to know about this stuff.
I think she
But it's
said
never that
he has-
easy.
He has to reach white stage or silver stage again
Mm-hmm.
until like he hears her voice. What was it again? Was it white or silver stage?
I think
I want
white
to say
stage.
white, but that's the end though, huh?
Yeah, that's like I think the last stage to
Yeah.
our knowledge so far.
Yeah, from what we know, white is the very last stage. It could be white. That would be the very last stage.
Damn.
Because that would kind of make sense. Like you would hear everything, because that would be like towards maybe the final battle or whatnot.
But that's crazy. Like she said that like that's when you'll be able to be strong enough to know the whole truth.
Right.
Like to be the last stage, just to be strong enough to know the truth.
Right.
That's like that's
That-
all like crazy. Like
How
Major
powerful is
foreshadow.
this truth?
Right. Major
Yeah.
foreshadowing. But
Yeah,
they're saying in the chat that in the light novel is short, around like 20 chapters or 2 volumes worth. But
Yep.
someone also said, Turtle Me also said he's going to make it longer in the webtoon, fleshing it out a lot more.
Oh, interesting. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, so that
Well, I
would be
figure it'll be
pretty
short.
interesting.
beyond the white stage to receive.
Beyond the
So
right
there's something
stage.
farther than the white stage.
Okay, so there is something further than the white stage. Okay, well,
Damn, that's pretty wild to think about.
so it'll probably be something beyond that white stage. White stage is not the last. Okay, that's low key kind of spoiler, but okay. But it's all good.
Yeah,
it's all
that's why I wouldn't like asking questions.
good. Right? I'm like, okay,
Always have to
low key,
decipher through
but all right,
spoilers
it's all
all the
good
time.
though. It's all good.
Asking questions in light novel readers is so hard.
It's all good. It's all good though.
Thank you, Blaine.
All right. But do you guys have any more questions for us before we sign out for the night? Anything you want us to answer or talk about? Besides how good Tess looks compared to everybody else there, and how jealous and envious all the girls are gonna be when she steps and just sits in class, and everybody gonna be like, "Oh, I hate her. I hate her with a passion." Because we know what's coming. We know what's coming. I'm just waiting. I'm just here for it. Because I know she's going to put somebody in her place. In their place. And I'm here for it. Who do we think will die in this arc?
Lucas for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I was going to say Lucas. Lucas is going to die a horrible, painful death. That's going to be my prediction. I don't know if that's going to happen, but that's going to be my prediction. He's going to die a horrible, painful death.
Please.
He said, please. And also, just a side note, if Turtlemy is stretching out the school arc, maybe we might get another year in the school arc, and maybe Eleanor will join as a first year.
Oh wow, that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That would be super wild to see.
Yeah,
And-
like what?
Like it would make sense. Like if you flesh it out that long, I don't know how long you're gonna plan on fleshing it out, but that could be a nice addition to it. The first year Eleanor is there. That's when like shit hits the fan and shit goes down and goes crazy everywhere.
I hope we get a transition to the new continent as soon as possible for just what I want to see. Most definitely, I'm so curious about what's over there and what powers lie.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm very curious to see just like more of the world.
Yeah. Oh man.
Seeing what type of mana beasts live over in the other continent, seeing what type of landscape they have, if it's like a wintry tundra, or if it's just like Decathlon, or it's just like all green sceneries,
Mm-hmm.
or if it's just gloomy all day.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Fucking having one of those continents where it just rains every damn day.
Oh, yo, I can definitely see that being a rain village from Naruto, bro. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know
I
what I
wouldn't
mean?
mind
So
that.
it'd be really cool to see the new continent sometime soon. Like they brought it up now. Like hopefully it shows up eventually.
Yeah. Or
Just like with the Six Lances, like we see in the Six Lances, and I'm hoping to see more of them later on. Whether it's like from demonstrations in the school or just like little sparring matches with some students, just to train them up a little bit.
Right.
Having them just be like personal trainers for the school to try and buff
Yeah, I
everybody
feel like
up.
them bringing it up so soon kind of alludes to it's going to happen.
Mhm.
Yeah,
fairly soon,
something
hopefully.
is definitely gonna happen. I also think that Cyrus Academy is going to have like their own Six Lances with probably like the top students there. That was another prediction of mine before the season started.
That'd be pretty cool to see, to have like 6 or 7 of the strongest students just like
Right.
band together to be like a symbol of the school, or if like you want to go fight other schools, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Or
seeing
a
like
school
if there's
tournament arc
other
where
a
other
tournament
schools
arc,
come.
seeing
Yeah.
like other schools join them the fray, and having the best of those guys try and duke it out with people.
Right.
I was thinking about that too happening after I saw the uniforms of Kathleen and Curtis Glader. How they have like black uniforms and
That's
like the
true.
sneak peek reveals. I feel like that's going to be like another segment of like the strongest characters
Yeah.
in Cyrus Academy
or just like seeing like a fight between like
Cause,
scholar mages and battle mages.
I don't think they would do that. That's like an ass whooping waiting to happen.
And they're like trying to deviate from that because of this discrimination. They're
Right.
just asking for it. That's gonna
Right, they'll be just asking for it. They'll be like, yo, you
like, come on now. What you
You
want?
never know. There might be some hidden talent inside of the scholar mages.
definitely. Definitely. But that would definitely be interesting. We have other schools come in and we, choose the top 6 students or whatever from each school. And I'm pretty sure Arthur and Tess and Elijah are going to be 3 from our side. And it would just be funny if Lucas is there, unfortunately.
And Lucas gets his ass beat.
As he should. As he should. I don't know. But that's going to be it for today's podcast. I hope all of you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Also, subscribe to the channel. Also, subscribe to Project Webtoon and Savvy Reacts channel. I will put both of those links in the description below. Follow me on Twitch. Great time over there, baby. Great time. Been streaming all day today. I'm surprised I can still talk.
Hey, bro, you're going to be doing at least...
Bro.
Eventually, you're going to be playing video games. You'll be sitting there for like 12 hours, bro.
Dog. What I did, I did an hour on Lookism. I did an hour on Overgeared. I did another hour on Mercenary Enrollment. And I did about 20 minutes on Beginning After.
So almost like 5 hours.
Yeah, straight. Straight.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, but we're not used to doing all of that,
Yeah, okay, I understand.
It gets
I'm
there.
more so used to that.
Yeah, it gets there. But yeah, definitely subscribe to both of these gentlemen. Like I said, I will put their channel links in the description below. And join the Discord. That is also in the description below. And follow me on Twitter, The Otaku Fix. And is there anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Stay safe out there. Never know what will happen.
Mm-hmm. Make sure to mask up, y'all.
Mask up.
Yeah,
and we will be back for, I don't know when, but we will be back.
Probably next week.
Yeah, well, it ain't gonna be next week. Well, I don't know. Fuck. We'll be back, and I will let you guys know whenever we will be back. So
wait, it's Friday. Probably 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably the following Tuesday, but we'll be back on regular schedule, which will be Tuesday, 9:30 Central Time, for the next episode of Beginning After End podcast. Like I said, I'm your host JD. This is Sarah, Project Webtoon, and Savvy from Savvy Reacts. We're gonna catch you guys later. Peace.